Balance the masculine and feminine energy. How to become an effective leader. So today I'm going to be channeling the guides for you to bring you an answer. So this is very simple. In order to balance the energy within yourself, you first have to know where you are, right? So let's do an assessment first. Are you more masculine? Are you more feminine? So let's say that you are more masculine and you are not as feminine as you could be. And it doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter how you identify yourself, whether you're a woman or you're a man, because energy is energy. Energy is not biased. Energy is not judging who you are. So let's say that you are a little bit more masculine and you want to feel a little bit more feminine, because a perfect person, whether you're a man or a woman, will be 100% masculine and 100% feminine. So it means you're whole on both sides, if that makes sense. So let's say you're too masculine, then you want to release the energy a little bit and go into a bit more of that relaxing attitude. So you want to create space, sort of like the womb space, right, in a female body. So in order to create space, you want to think about, how do I create that space? Maybe there's space that's needed in the physical environment. Maybe I can declutter certain things and release them. Maybe there is emotional space that you can create. Maybe there's certain friends that are no longer really good for you, so you want to declutter your friend list. So you want to think about, how do I physically, emotionally, mentally, really spiritually create that space for myself? Because it's sort of like, once you have a vacuum, in your life, then new things can come into your life, if that makes sense. But if your space is cluttered, then it's kind of like, well, you cannot really add new furniture into the house if your house is really full, right? You cannot really put new clothes into the closet if your closet is full. So you want to think about how to create that expansive space so it gets wider, wider, and wider. Now, let's say that you assess yourself and you feel like, okay, I'm okay on this side now. I'm balanced now with my masculine energy. But let's say you are more feminine. Okay, let's say that you are off balance in that sense. You're too feminine and you're just sort of like a puddle, if that makes sense. So then you want to think about how to create more masculine space. So now we're going to teach you how to use your masculine action in order to kind of activate that masculine energy. And that's very simple, actually, because masculine requires a lot of actions, right? A lot of doing. So you want to think about, okay, what are the things I really want to do, right? What that I want to be creating. So you want to think, okay, what's my step one? What's my step two? What's my step three? How do I go from A to B to C? How do I create more things into my life, like physically? So physical manifestation comes from action, yes. So you need both the action and the space to receive the new reality. But without the doing part, and if you just sit on your couch all day, well, that's not going to be very helpful, is it? So in order to create that reality, then you think about, okay, how do I plan out my reality? What is going to be my step one, step two, and step three? Now, here's a caveat. It doesn't mean that things have to be slow. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to fulfill 100 steps in order to create, let's say, what you would consider as a very grandiose dream. Because let's say you're just taking step one and you allow the universe to fill in some of the steps in the middle. And then you skip to step 5 and then you allow the universe to help you with some of the other steps. And then you go to step 10 and then step 20, step 30, step 50, and then step 100. So you are doing things, okay, along the way, but you're still allowing that the universe to fill the gaps for you. Does that make sense? So this is why it's important to balance the masculine energy and the feminine energy, because you do things, so that's masculine, but you also allow things, and that's feminine. And when you can combine both the energies, then you're going to create a really happy reality for yourself. Does that make sense? So we hope this is clear today, because it's actually a very simple thing to do. But you first have to know where you are. You have to understand who you are first. Which side am I dominant in? Because if you're off, it's a bit like being crooked. Okay, like let's say you're tilted this way. And so you want to kind of adjust yourself back. And once you adjust yourself back, you're going to find that your life becomes smooth sailing and it becomes a lot easier. All right, and with that, we're complete for today. Okay, so that's it. And I'll see you next time. Please comment below and ciao.